just dropped something and I'm already distracted. I didn't even start yet. Thank you for being here. Welcome if you're new. Welcome back if you've been here before. I call this the Crazy Troll Nation of YouTube. My name is Dion. I see something on my screen. I thought it was something in the background, but it's on the screen. So yeah, I call this the Crazy Troll Nation of YouTube because of stuff like that. Like I just start and then I'm like, I don't know what's happening. The troll part is not caring too much about the beauty community standards. You set the standard for yourself. Wear whatever you want to wear, using whatever tool and technique you want to use to get your makeup on in a way that you are satisfied with it. Because here at the Crazy Troll Nation, we are about self-acceptance and self-love, embracing our natural features, excuse me, and enhancing them if you want to, when you want to, but never feeling like you have to. Love yourself for who you are and for how you look, even without wearing face paint. Two things I need to let you know if you're new here. I do curse because I curse sometimes, period, and you've already experienced it. I have a little organism that lives in my throat that randomly hiccups, gargles, and belches, and I do always say excuse me. So we're going to just jump right in. Thank you for being here. I was watching Beauty Over Age. Her name is Denise. She created a tag video, and it is called What I Still Love About Makeup and the Beauty Community. And I just did a live stream that was almost 2 hours, and for some reason I still feel like talking, so I'm like, I'm gonna just do it. There's 10 questions. And so the first question, thank you Denise for doing this tag, and it did cause me to think about some things, as you'll hear and everyone else will hear in this video. If you do videos, feel free to do this tag. Make sure you tag Denise, make sure you tag myself if you want to be sure that we'll see it, and I will link her video below, and I will tag her in the title. If you click that, that'll take you to her channel. If you click on the video, that'll take you directly to the video that she did. And so if it's your first time visiting her channel, tell her Dion the Troll sent you. So let's just jump in. She has me thinking I want to do a Shop My Stash video. She usually does one every week. I haven't done any at all ever, and I'm thinking maybe I should. Let me know what y'all think about that. So the first question: what first drew me into makeup and the beauty community? I was very much a late bloomer. I was a tomboy. The closest cousin in age to me was 6 months younger than me, and my great-grandmother used to live in the woods, and we used to run around and play in the woods. Like, I was very much like, you know, didn't care about getting dirty. Now I'm like, ew, that's slimy, get away. But yeah, I was very much a tomboy, and even growing up, and even now, like, my closest friends are dudes. Like, and I think, I don't know why, and what does this have to do with makeup? I think it's because I find that, and I don't know if it's how boys are raised different than girls or not, but dudes that I know that are in my life, and even just in general, they don't tend to be emotional and just say what you want to say, and it's like whatever, they don't take things personal. And I really like that, because if you've been here, I'm that way. I just say what I feel. And I do try to temper what I say so it's more easily receivable and digestible, but I'm a balls to the wall. Just say how I feel, get it out. It's never personal, and let's just talk about it. You know what I mean? So because of all of that, I didn't even start wearing makeup until I was 35. And I went through this phase in life where, you know, we hear about being feminine, tapping into your feminine energy, and like, how I am is how I am. But I had this notion, and also from church, to be ladylike. What the hell is that? Like, just be who you are. And so I had it in my mind when I turned 34, 35, that I wanted to be more ladylike. And so I started wearing shoes and heels and dresses and skirts. That lasted a couple years. I'm like, give me back my Skechers, my jeans, and my t-shirt. I dress for comfort. And so so I had it in my mind, you know, just try and be more feminine. And who defined what that means anyway? You know what I'm saying? So then I'm like, okay, let me just my makeup. And years prior to that, maybe in my 30s, I thought about wearing makeup, but my skin is not uneven. I do have on a base face now, and I always felt like, okay, if my skin isn't even, why put on lipstick? And even though I know I'm not a pig, it was like, that's like putting lipstick on a pig. Like, you still see all the blemishes and all of that, but then you have on lipstick. So you're drawing attention to a part of your face when the rest of the face is not even. That's how I felt. And I know I'm not a pig. I'm a troll. Proudly so. If doing things other than how the beauty community says I should makes me a troll, I will happily be a troll because I'm happy being myself, and I want all of you to really hone in on that. Just loving who you are and how you are, regardless of whether or not you're wearing makeup. And so I was 34, and I'm like, let me, you know, try to do makeup. And so I didn't know the first thing about makeup. I've always been a chapstick hoe. I've always put on chapstick. And so I'm like, oh, and a dude I knew at the time, he would sing at church sometimes, and so they would ask him to sing a song. He would go on YouTube, find a song, practice singing it. I didn't know anything about YouTube. This was like in 2006, 2007. I didn't know nothing about YouTube. I know, where was I? I was out running around in the woods. And somebody said, you know, there's everything on YouTube. I'm like, what do you mean? They're like, you can learn makeup on YouTube. And I'm like, huh? So I started watching YouTube in like 2007. And then in 2008, I started my channel, not this one. It was Stealer Junkie 07. There's a whole story behind that. So that's what drew me to makeup, was wanting to learn to be more feminine, which was me being a way that I'm not. And so, as I said, it didn't last long, but my love of makeup stayed. So that's what drew me to makeup and to the beauty community, is wanting to learn how to apply makeup and not look like a clown. So that's the answer to that question. And I did learn a lot. I learned, the most important thing I learned was what did not work for me and what did work for me, and understanding the why behind both sides of that coin. So the second question, how has your relationship with makeup evolved over the years? I just kind of tapped into that. My relationship has evolved over the years, me trying everything to find what worked for me and why I liked what I liked for myself. Even if other people say, oh, you shouldn't use dark lipstick. My favorite lipstick is a black. I could do a black lipstick every friggin' day. And I like bold makeup. I like messy grunge makeup. And they're like, oh, you're over a certain age. You shouldn't wear shimmer. You shouldn't wear bold colors. Excuse me, boo-boo. Number one, I didn't ask you what I should do. And who do you think you are to tell me what to do? Number two. So... So my relationship with makeup has evolved over the years, from trying a lot of different things that YouTube will tell you have to do, to realizing half of it didn't work and understanding why it didn't work, and at the same time learning what did work and leaning into what I really like for me. So that's how my relationship with makeup has evolved from 2007 to now, which is 2024. And question number 3, what role does makeup play in my daily life and routine? I do makeup videos here on YouTube almost every day. Well, let me rephrase that. I do makeup videos almost every day. So even if I don't upload every day, I do videos almost every day. At least 5 days out of 7 for the week, I do some type of video. I did a live stream earlier, and now I'm doing this. So it is a part of my daily life and my daily routine. And if it gets to be like day 3 and I haven't done a video, I feel weird, like something's missing. You know what I mean? And it does help me when sitting here at my station is therapeutic for me. It is not therapy. I have a clinical background. I have a doctorate degree in psychology. Therapy is something that's going to help you long term, help you improve your life and your thought processes long term. Makeup is a short term fix. I've heard people say if they're having a down day, or even me, if I'm feeling bummy, or if it's like I don't want to do anything and I want to be productive, I'm like, let me sit here and do a makeup video. And as soon as I sit in this chair, well, it's the stool rather, I start to feel better. And so it helps me in that moment. And then after the video is over, it's like, damn, now I got to edit it and do whatever else. But then I still have the pictures and the video to look back on and be like, wow, that did turn out nice, or it didn't. Next time I would tweak and do something different. So it is a part of my daily life to do videos. And sometimes my concern is if I don't do a video, 4 or 5 times a week, what if I never get back to it? Because I'm the type of person where if I do a thing consistently, I will be consistent for years. And if I miss a week, it'll take me 6 years to get back to it. I kid you not. And I don't know what it is. And so when I get to like day 3, I'm like, I need to do a video because I don't want to lose that momentum. Because I know for me, it'll take me forever to get back to it. Forever meaning like years and years and years and years. Like seriously. I used to play Mahjong on my tablet years ago. COVID came, and a lot of us I think all of us went through something mentally during COVID because of the isolation and the lockdowns and things like that. And I stopped playing Mahjong. I just started, and that was 2020. I just started playing Mahjong again. This is 2024. So when I say it takes years for me to get back to something, it takes years for me to get back to something. And so it is, makeup is very much a part of my daily life and a part of my routine. Number 4, how has the beauty community positively impacted me? The most positive impact for me is connecting with other content creators, and that can be a blessing and or a curse, because everybody doesn't come to stay. We don't enter everybody's life and stay, and people don't always enter our life to stay. And so they say people are here for a blessing, a lesson, and a season, and a reason type of thing, and it's okay. Sometimes it does kind of hurt when, you know, you develop an acquaintanceship with someone and you think things are okay, and then they start, you know, being non-responsive, and then it's like, wow. So it does kind of hurt sometimes when people kind of fade away, but at the same time, it's okay. Everybody isn't for everybody indefinitely. And so it impacted, the positive impact on my life are those who have come into my life and stayed. I'll mention Tanya. She used to watch me back when I was still a Junkie 07 when I started on videos in 2008. And she found me through a collab. She's like, you look familiar. Did you have a channel before? And I'm like, yeah, it was still a Junkie 07. She said, I thought that was you. You look familiar and your voice sound the same. And I had braids back then, so hair-wise, I look way different. But she's with me again now. And so just those types of people who, they come into your life and they stay. Good, bad, or indifferent, they stay. And it's a comfort when you come across people that you can, even if you have not met them in person, you feel comfortable enough to be like, yeah, we're really cool. Like, they're really supportive. You know, I love them being here and in my life, and, you know, just being able to chit chat, which I don't get to do often now because of Instagram officially broke up with me. And so I have lost contact with a few people, and that makes me a little sad. But the positive impact is coming across people who come into my life, and we can talk about our love of makeup, and also is joyful when, you know, we start talking about other things. We start talking about work, or we start talking about, you know, TV shows or movies, or, you know, we both like horror shows and we're comparing notes on, you know, what movies that we watched. And so just having that connection with other people has had a positive impact on my life. And there's a negative side to it too, but we're not going to talk about that because this is about positivity. How the beauty community has impacted me, and that's how it has impacted me. And for me personally, it's had a positive impact on seeing my skills improve from videos that I've done 2008, 2009, even in, you know, 2020, seeing the improvement over time in my application and my techniques, and even seeing how my techniques have changed and really loving it, and then also loving techniques I used to do and switching up my technique according to whatever look I want to do for that day. And so that's a positive impact too, when you can chart your growth through looking at, you know, your older videos and seeing how much you've changed and what you've learned that you like, that you now incorporate into what you currently do. Number 5, share a makeup product that always makes me feel confident, and why. I'm not going to say makeup makes me feel confident, because confidence is just something internal. And if you're looking for something external to make you feel a certain way, as soon as that thing is gone, you're back to not feeling confident. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm not sure how to answer that question. Well, that was the answer. Makeup products don't make me feel confident. It might make me think, yeah, I look like a bad bitch today, in a good way. When I wear bold eyeshadow or a grungy eyeshadow, or I'm using, you know, a popping eyeliner to add a punk look to the eyeshadow look, when I wear black lipstick, I feel like, yeah, I know I'm rocking it, what? And it's not that it makes me feel confident, because I already am. Otherwise I wouldn't go out looking like that. You know what I'm saying? But just being like, yeah, you're seeing how I'm already feeling on the inside. You know what I'm saying? And I've had people say, I never wear, you know, black lipstick. And I'm like, just wear like a dark brown. Like, you know, just try something different. Because I do think you would be surprised. If you come out of your comfort zone and try something new, you might really like it, or you might be like, yeah, I've learned something. I've learned I don't like that for me. Or you might be like, this is bomb. And so for me, makeup products don't make me feel confident. It shows outwardly how I feel inside. That's my answer to that question. It doesn't make me feel confident, but it's a representation of how I feel on the inside. So what you're seeing, that boldness, that loudness, that thing you feel like you can't wear, that's how I feel on the inside. Like, yeah, I'm gonna wear it and I'm gonna rock it. What? You know what I'm saying? And so, number 6, what do you think sets apart the beauty community from other online communities? I don't think it does. Every community has its good, has its bad, has its indifferences. I know some people who are into the gaming community, and the same types of things happen there. Natural hair care community, there's stuff that happen there, and it's the same type of ins and outs as the beauty community. There's some good, there's some bad, there's some indifference. There's things that, you know, people love about it. There's things people don't like about it. There's drama. There's some channels that will help you learn and grow. There's some channels that are entertaining. There are some channels that are just like, whatever, I'll just play it because I'm bored. I don't think it sets the beauty community apart from other online communities, because each community is made up of people, and people are people regardless of which community they're in. And so in that stance, there's not going to be a difference. It's not going to be set apart, because people are people wherever they go. Number 7, how has makeup helped me express myself and my creativity? Makeup has helped me express myself in the sense that it helps me tap into things I normally wouldn't do. And I already do miss the Creative Art with Heart collab. I started doing that every week, and it took me out of my comfort zone as far as color stories and techniques and experimenting with different shapes for eyeshadow and even doing art on my face with makeup. And so it really, because I didn't consider myself creative with makeup. I really didn't. And doing those collabs and getting feedback on the looks that I did, I'm like, wow, like I do have some creativity in me. It was just this thing I do, and not like, yeah, I'm the bomb, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. And I did talk about it being a confidence thing in a few of my videos, how a lot of my videos, I'm like, I don't know what this is gonna look like. You know, we're just gonna do this and hope it comes out. And then it comes out nice. And so a few videos I said in the video, it's a confidence thing, and I need to just be confident that I can do nice makeup. And if it's busted, I'm going to tell you why I don't like it. Okay, this line is jagged, this don't look right, I shouldn't have put this color over here. But for the most part, it's like I do good. I'm not going to say I'm the greatest out there, because there are some people I'm just like, oh my gosh, like I've never seen them do a bad look. At the same time though, some people will scrap a look. If they start doing a look and they don't like it, they'll wash it off and start over. So we see the look that they like. We don't see their mistakes. Me, if I start a look, I'm gonna finish it. I'm not gonna waste content. So whether the look comes out busted, even if I don't like it, I'm going to finagle it and keep working at it until it turns into something that I like. And so that's something that I like about what I do and my creativity, is that if I start it, I'm going to finish it. Good, bad, or indifferent, I'm gonna finish it. And so it helps me express myself, and I feel true to myself, and I know I'm being authentic when I'm like, yeah, I don't like this, and then we're gonna do this and try and fix it. And so that helps me, and I'm realizing now, hearing myself say it, that is a creative aspect in me, that if I don't like it, we're going to try to fix it. And you have to be creative to try to fix something that you don't like. I just now realized that just now as I was saying all of that, like seriously. So thank you, Denise, for this tag and for that question, because I'm hearing myself like, wow, okay. So I learned that about myself, that even fixing something I don't like takes some creativity. And so makeup helps me do that. Expression, as far as the different collabs, and realizing I am creative, even if it's not, you know, someone else's creativity. You know, we each have our own, and it would be boring if we all did the same exact thing. You know what I mean? And so I really like this question. Thank you, Denise, because I'm learning about myself here. So I'm just like, wow, now my brain is just, my thoughts are just going all over the place. And so, but that's how makeup has helped me. And I do miss that collab, because it was really stretching me and growing me and encouraging and motivating me to try new things. And yeah, and I don't have that anymore because Instagram officially broke up with me. So I don't have access to that collab anymore. So number 8, Can I recall a specific moment or experience within the beauty community that has been particularly memorable? What's that word? Memorable. Can I recall a specific moment or experience within the beauty community that has been particularly memorable for me? Off the top of my head, the answer is no. Like, nothing is really coming to my mind except, and it's not a good thing, so I don't even know if I should say, because we're being positive here. Because the tag is what I still love about makeup and the beauty community. It's when, and I'm hesitating because I know how it's, I imagine how it's going to sound, and it's not a good thing. So forgive me, Denise, that this isn't positive. Moments when you're following someone, they're following you, you're communicating through social media, and there's conversations, there's posts, and you're chatting, under the posts, and everything goes well, but then when you ask a question that they don't like, they just completely flip the script, and then it's like, who the hell are you, blah 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 blah, and it's just like, wait a minute, what? Like, who are you? Like, it just turned, there's one situation in particular that just turned really ugly because I asked a question and they didn't appreciate me asking a question, and I was just like, no one's above being asked a question. And it was a very simple question. So I really was confused over what the problem was. And they ended up blocking me, which was great. And it's a person who a lot of people still rave about. And in my mind, I'm like, okay, ask a question that they don't want to answer, and they're going to turn on you too. And so it was just really, it was confusing for me. And just crazy how fast it went left because I asked a question and they were explaining something to me, and I wrote back like, you don't owe me an explanation. Like, your time is for you to do with what you will. And they just went the fuck off on me, and I'm just like, your time really is your own. Like, why? You don't have to explain to me, this long drawn out thing. So it was just really just confusing for me. And then it was just kind of crazy. And the people I shared the situation with, they were like, wow. And other people didn't have, always good feelings about that person either. And so when I see other people really putting this person up on a pedestal and maintaining them on that pedestal, I'm just like, ask a question they don't want to answer, or say something they don't like tell them they don't need to explain what they do to you or around you, or explain their choices, which you don't. As an adult, nobody owes you an explanation on why they do what they do. And especially if you didn't ask, like, why are you just going off on this long thing about something I never even asked you about? So it was just really strange and confusing, and but it taught me that whatever feeling I have is valid. And I've known that before, and it's things like that that remind me that my feelings are valid, and not to continue to put myself out there if my heart and my intellect is telling me you need to be careful. You know what I'm saying? And so, yeah, so that wasn't a positive thing, but it was memorable because it really taught me a lot. And when I confided in some people, because initially, as I said, I was confused, and they were like, yeah, that's really weird, and I never had a good feeling about that person anyway, and because of such and such. And so other people had experiences too, but those are things that, we don't want to talk about because we don't want to appear negative, and especially on social media, because everything isn't meant to be public on social media. And it was private conversations, and so I didn't put it out there. I didn't blast or anything like that. And so, but that was a memorable situation for me, because it was just strange and confusing, and then it was like, what? So yeah, so let's move on. I know that was very cryptic. Number 9, how do you stay inspired and motivated to continue creating beauty content? I stay inspired and motivated by looking at what I have, and I really enjoy the makeup that I have, And even though I only did this base face at the beginning of the live stream to do the introduction and to give people time to be notified, because YouTube be playing games sometimes, and to come into the live stream, I just enjoy playing makeup. I just enjoy sitting here, putting paint on my face and just enhancing my my glorious trollness over here. And so it doesn't take a lot. And what's ironic is that most times if I'm just running out to the store, I don't even put on makeup. I put on my chapstick and I'm out the door. And so most times, unless I'm at Academy or somewhere and I get up and do a video, you know, in the mornings, like actual get ready with me's, and I do them once in a while, but 9 times out of 10, because I'm nocturnal, you know, my appointments are during times of the morning and early afternoon when I'm still usually asleep. And so I'm getting up, I'm tired, I'm like, let me just put on chapstick, change clothes, wash up, whatever, and be out the door. But sitting here at the station and looking at what I have, and because I enjoy what I have, it inspires me to use it. And then using it, I'm creating content. Like, I'm not going to waste content. If I'm going to put on makeup, it's going to be on video. If it's to get ready with me, it's going to be a video. Like, I'm not wasting content. And so that keeps me motivated. Is if I do have enough time to do a face before I need to be out the door, I'm going to do content. You know what I mean? Or even like now, and my throat really is hurting right now because the live stream was almost 2 hours, and now we're here and we're already almost at 30 minutes. So my throat is like, girl, shut up, eat something, drink some beverages. But I just enjoy putting on face paint. I love talking about it. And so it's not, I never feel uninspired. I may feel unmotivated if I'm not feeling well or my hormones are acting up, and so I just need to just lay down and curl up in a ball and hold, you know, my stomach together or something. But other than that, like I usually do feel like creating content. And sometimes I have to stop myself because I walk past my station to go into, you know, the kitchen, which is over there, and I'm like, oh, and I'm looking, I'm like, no, I need to fix something to eat. Like, I will do a video knowing I'm hungry, like right now. I'm like, I should be fixing something to eat, and I'm doing this video. And so I'm always like inspired to do something because I enjoy using what I have. And yeah, so that's that. Like, I'm never like, oh, I don't feel like it unless I'm not feeling well. But then that's because I'm not feeling well. That's not because I'm not inspired by, you know, what I have. So in number 10, the last question, what do I hope to see in the future of the beauty community? Oh my God, more transparency, more vulnerability, more authenticity. Like, say what you mean. Don't be cryptic. If you're doing reviews or first impressions, don't be cryptic, like, well, you know, shimmers always get hard paint. No, they don't. Like, just say what it is and what it's not, and don't make excuses for products or performance or whatever. And I would just like to see more authenticity with what's said, especially if they're doing first impressions or reviews. I would love to see less drama, but let's face it, drama sells. Those drama channels, the gossip channels, the reaction channels, they get hundreds of thousands of views. But me sitting here, or other people who just enjoy doing makeup tutorials because they just enjoy doing makeup tutorials, we might get, you know, 50 views, maybe 200 views, you know, maybe 1,000 views. But when you look at the drama stuff, 300,000 views, you know what I'm saying? So I would like to see a change. I would love to see the beauty community. For me, it's back to the basics. I learned how to do makeup watching YouTube, and that's why I really believe I'm fond of doing tutorials and explaining I'm doing this because of this, I'm doing this because of that. That's how I learned. And even though I'm no longer new at wearing makeup, I still watch tutorials because maybe I'll see something, I'm like, oh, I might want to try that. Or, oh, yeah, I see why that works for her. It won't work for me because if it's something with eyeliner or something, because I have the puffiness, it's going to look different on me if I try the technique they use, but then it helps me understand that's why that works for that person. And so either way, I'm learning something. But I would love for the beauty community to go back to how it was in like 2007, 2008, 2009. Just sitting and doing your makeup and talking about the makeup. No drama, no nonsense, no reactions. Hey, did you hear about Euphoria and that black foundation? Did you hear about, you know, why such and such brand is closing? I want us to go back to the basics of just loving makeup for the love of makeup, and loving to teach and to do tutorials and to help other people and to explain why we're doing what we're doing and why it works for us, and not telling people this is what you need to do, because everything doesn't work for everybody. And I miss those days, because back then it was just about the makeup. It wasn't about a brand. It wasn't about a tool. It was take this hot pink, put it next to this muted purple. It wasn't even this shade right here. It was just about the colors and the combinations and the different things that you can do with those color combinations. And I miss that. I miss it so much. And I'm hoping it comes back. I hope it rolls back around to be less about the drama. I'm sick of it. And back then it seemed like more people were individuals. If you see a palette one time, you've seen 10 different videos with people doing similar looks with that same palette. Show me something different. Show me something unique. Show me something out the box. And it's just, and I do try to do that here, to show you things you may not see in too many other places here on YouTube. Like, yes, you know, people have this palette. Let's punk it out. Let's grunge it out. Let's smoke it out, and not do the typical thing that we see so often. Let's have some more versatility within the community. And I know you're saying, well, that's the channels you watch. It's the majority. Let a new palette come out. You'll see 10 videos and it's the same types of looks. 10 different channels. And it's just like, can one of y'all do something different? Let's get back to, it's about the makeup. It's about what we're doing and why, and hoping that someone can learn from us the same way. There's a gnat flying around in here. The same way that we learn from someone else, hoping that someone can learn from us. But we need to be able to articulate what we're doing and why, and explaining why it works for us. Because things that work, if you don't have puffiness, things that work for you ain't gonna work for me. So you telling me I have to do what you do, it ain't gonna work. And that's okay. So taking our differences into account and appreciating our differences, and still being able to watch different content creators who don't look like us, who have different features than us, and still learning something. Because you can learn something from anything if you just listen and watch and pay attention. You know what I'm saying? And so that's where I'm at with that. I would love to see the beauty community go back to just being about makeup and not being about, you know, use my code, even though I do have a lot of codes. But being about just the colors, the combinations, the shapes, and just learning without being preachy, like you have to use this brush if you want your makeup to be elevated. Look, honey, if you ain't buying my makeup tools, then you can't tell me what I need to have. And you don't know me in person to be telling you my makeup don't look good anyway. And even if my makeup is busted, if I like it, you should love it for me. So I know I've said a whole bunch of stuff, Denise. Thank you so much for these questions. I will put the questions in a pinned comment, because there's a lot of stuff in my my description box already, and there's codes and everything. If you're interested in joining, that link is below. If you've been here before, I would love for you to subscribe, like, share, comment, all of that stuff. And if you're new here, thank you for being here for this video. I hope it was in the least entertaining, at the most thought-provoking, for you to hear, you know, my thoughts on these questions. And if you do videos, feel free to do this tag again. Make sure you tag Denise and I so that we will see it. And if you don't do videos, or if you just don't want to do it as a video, feel free to leave, you know, your answers down below. Again, the questions will be in the description box. And my throat is very scratchy, so I'm going to drink some water. I'm going to fix something to eat. And thank you, Denise, so much for this tag. I did just see it yesterday. Today is May 27th. I saw it May 26th, and I said I'm gonna do this tag. And so today I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna sit here and just do the damn thing. And so thank you all for being here, and I appreciate your time. And yeah, as always, self-acceptance, self-love, that is the Crazy Troll Nation way. Thank you, and you will see me soon.